Group C, it is Haiti taking on Costa Rica here this evening. And this is a monster matchup in the group here tonight. And you take a look at how things are sorting out. These two teams played a match that really summarized how we got to this point in Group C back in September. It was a 3-3 draw, September 9th in Costa Rica. It was such a good game to watch that evening. And tonight we hope to be treated to something similar this evening as Costa Rica gets on the road to take on Haiti. And as we close in on kickoff here this evening, these two sides in the group are trying to track down Honduras. Costa Rica sitting with 6 points. Honduras has 8. Haiti has 5. Nicaragua trying to keep its slim hopes alive of trying to get into a playoff perhaps after this stage, but a 3-horse race with one more match to go after this one this evening. And tonight, here in Haiti, these two groups collide for yet another meeting. A reminder that the group winner advances to the World Cup in 2026, while the runner-up has a chance to play in a playoff tournament as everybody tries to advance to the next stage. A reminder, 6 matches, 3 groups of 4 teams, home and away matches for all of those contests. And as we glide towards kickoff here this evening, Costa Rica and Haiti on a collision course here again tonight. We'll talk about the first meeting back in September that proved to be a 3-3 draw. That's all Duckins Nazone provide a hat trick, including maybe the goal of qualification with a bicycle kick in the opening hour of that match. We'll talk about that one as well, and then go through this matchup. How does Haiti line up this evening? A team that has been free-flowing and flying with their goal-scoring ability, and then a Costa Rican side on the other side with so much experience looking to get back into another World Cup. But the team that has the upper hand at this point in Group C is Honduras, and Honduras playing Nicaragua, closing in on a few minutes away from kickoff in that matchup. We'll step out for a break. It is Haiti and Costa Rica getting ready for action in FIFA World Cup qualifiers here in Haiti in just a moment.
Concacaf and FIFA is delighted to welcome you to the FIFA World Cup 2026 qualifying match of Group A between Haiti and Costa Rica. So please help to welcome all teams on the field. Haiti and Costa Rica, welcome. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise, stand up for the national anthem of Costa Rica, followed by the national anthem of Haiti. Todo el mundo de pie para ya recibir los equipos también de Costa Rica, a lo que trata himno nacional en Costa Rica y también himno nacional en Haití.
Just about ready for kick tonight here in Curacao. It's Haiti and Costa Rica here this evening in Group C of Concacaf World Cup qualifying. And this is the penultimate match of this window with a spot in the World Cup on the line. Will Haiti be able to sneak in there? A team that ranked 9th in the CONCACAF rankings of all the teams. And we take a look at the starting 11s. And we begin with a look at this Haitian group. This team has experience from the back up to the front. 37-year-old goalkeeper Johnny Placidi is the man that starts here tonight. This will be his 74th cap, more than anybody else on the team. But also keep your eye up top. Franzidi Pirot, 30 years of age, 32 goals, and of course they have firepower off of the bench here tonight. The two captains this evening are the goalkeepers. Kaylor Navas joins the crew in the middle. All-Americans are the officials tonight. Joe Dickerson leads the way in the middle as we go through the coin toss here tonight. Great to have you with us this evening while the United States mans the pitch. And a pair of Mexico natives are the men inside of our VAR room here this evening. Eric Miranda and Oscar Mejia will be in the VAR room should we need to have any additional looks at anything here this evening in Curacao for this matchup this evening. And there they are. They'll be the ones looking over things just in case we need an extra glance at the moments this evening. And it should be a fun one here tonight as we look at the starting 11 for Los Ticos here this evening. Costa Rica, we talk about experience. Well, you have it right through the middle of the field. Celso Borges, let's focus on him for a minute. 37 years of age, no stranger to the international stage, both with club and with country. And then you go up top and you look at some men that have scored so far in this tournament, including Alonso Martinez. Martinez coming off of a brace in Costa Rica's last matchup. He has 3 goals in his last 2 games for Costa Rica. The leader of Haiti is Sebastian Migne. He's also been the leader of the Congo and Kenya in his time. And of course, Miguel Herrera leads the way for Costa Rica into this bout this evening. And it is so great to have you on board with us here tonight as these two sides get ready for action this evening in the World Cup qualification stage. All told, this is the 17th time that these two teams have met. Costa Rica, 8 wins, 2 losses, 7 draws. These two sides have been tightly connected for a very, very long time. And we are ready for activities here tonight inside of this facility here in Curacao. And a great chance for these two groups to get ready for the kick here this evening. Michael Watring with you and our entire team. Elated to have you along for the ride here tonight as we are ready to go here this evening. The whistle blows. Haiti puts the ball in play. And here we go, the penultimate matchup of the World Cup qualifying final round in CONCACAF. Haiti in the blue kits. It is the white kits tonight for Costa Rica. Well, you look back at the first time that these two teams played during the qualification stage, and it was an early goal in that one. It did not take very long for Kenneth Vargas to score less than a minute into that ball game. That made it a 1-0 game. And then Vargas assisted Martinez in the 35th minute. That made it 2-0 before halftime. Haiti had attempted just 1 shot in that matchup back on September 9th. And then out of the locker room, Thuckins DeZone comes in. He scores a penalty in the 55th after VAR overrules the initial call on the field. Then DeZone scores in the 58th, the 86th minute. Haiti leads 3-2 until finally in the 91st minute, Costa Rica salvages something out of the pack as Juan Pablo Vargas scored the equalizer that night. Here's Providence, crosses, first ball headed aside, and it trickles back out, punch to the sideline. Providence has it once more, glides past the first but not the second. And now up the field goes Kenneth Vargas. The foul is whistled, and an early infraction here as that one goes on Leverton Pierre. 27 years of age, cap number 28 here tonight for Pierre. It's a nice night for action here in Curacao. And not a bad crowd here either to watch this one. And we know that nobody will be able to clinch anything out of this matchup tonight. There could be qualification from this group, however, if Honduras beat Nicaragua and this match ends as a draw. Bellegarde throws it over. Providence tries to get an angle. Instead, Quiros forces it off of the body of Providence, and some early hustle here from these two groups. There is a look at Sebastian Mignet. Has been in charge of this group during this qualification process beginning in 2024. Flying ball over the top, knocked back down. Now angled to the sideline. Well, some matches that are taking place tonight and actually just now going final. Suriname take out El Salvador 4-0, and Suriname lead the way in Group A over Panama and Guatemala, who have just kicked off as well as we start our evening here. Curacao blows out Bermuda 7-0 on the road. So that puts Curacao atop of Group B, and a late equalizer from Trinidad and Tobago makes it a 1-1 final. Molino scores in the 85th minute, and that ties that tally. So Curacao, going into the final matches on Tuesday, has a 1-point edge for Group B. And how historic could that be? If you look at the list, Curacao have never qualified for a World Cup. That ball poked out of there. Although the final matches will be Jamaica and Curacao coming up on Tuesday. That'll be a blast. Trinidad and Tobago play against Bermuda. So the group will be on the line. And a spot in the World Cup, Jamaica and Curacao on Tuesday. Highlight that one in your books. But here in Group C, things could get very interesting around Group C as the night rolls along. There is a look at Miguel Herrera. Love to get back to a World Cup. Coached Mexico 2013 through 2015. Mexico, more appearances in the World Cup than any other CONCACAF nation, 18 appearances. Costa Rica is third on that list. They've been to 6 overall, including 3 consecutive. Meanwhile, Haiti made 1 appearance. That was in 1974. They went to the group stage, and that's where things came to an end. Here is Pierrot. Pierrot dodges. Pierrot pounces. His first shot gets blocked. Navas denies the first and forces Casimir to slide the second wide. 2 really nice chances. Navas denies the first. Or no, it was actually one of his defenders that got to the first, but Navas did make himself big enough to ensure that Casimir had to try to angle it around the veteran goalkeeper. Well, when these teams played back in September, the game was wide open. It was so much fun to watch these two groups go back and forth that evening. And very easily could be another thriller here tonight. Pierre lifts it forward. Backpedaling here is Pirro to defend against Quiros, who tucks it around the edge. Vargas doesn't have the pace to get to it. And of course, if you're looking at Curacao and this location where we're in here tonight, you're talking about the I guess southeastern, not all the way down, as Curacao angles from the west to the east on a southern tilt. But Curacao is located just off of the coast of Venezuela. Haiti, of course, about northeast of Curacao. And Costa Rica making the trip here to Curacao for what in essence is a neutral site game. Lacroix. Well, how about Haiti controlling the possession here early in this contest? A foul whistled against Costa Rica, so a free kick for Haiti. On a 10,000 person capacity for this facility. That was renovated in 2013. Out wide, first time cross, splashes down. A little bit of a tussle there as Calvo couldn't hold on. Chopping passes around before Juan Pablo Vargas flies it out. And then a foul. See the Costa Rican fans here tonight. Out in droves to watch Los Ticos here this evening. Costa Rica almost due west of this location. You have to go through Venezuela on a straight line to be able to get over to Curacao for this evening's matchup. At the beginning of the group, you see some strong play. You see teams going for it, and then the tactics start to play a little bit more of a role. And as it sits, Costa Rica started off the group stage with a 1-1 draw to Nicaragua, and that is certainly something that resonates in these players' mind, because you led 1-0 after Coronel picked up a red card in the 54th minute, only to see Bonilla tie it in the 81st with Nicaragua playing with 10 men. And then Costa Rica, match number 2. They led 2-0 in that game, only to see Haiti come back and take a 3-2 lead before salvaging that valuable point. And then Costa Rica, a trip to Honduras, 0-0 draw on October 9th before they blew out Nicaragua in the return trip home. Alonso Martinez a brace, and Costa Rica never looked back in a 4-1 victory over Nicaragua. Meanwhile, Haiti on the other side, they drew Honduras to start things off. 0-0 draw, very evenly matched game. Then, of course, that comeback against Costa Rica to gather a point. Borges flies this in. It's an excellent initial touch, finding a little bit of space in the shot attempt from Alonso Martinez. Gets pushed aside by Placide. Just as we wind past the 10-minute mark, it is the New York City man, Alonso Martinez, with the first real go for Costa Rica. And a corner kick for the veteran Celso Borges. Borges hooks it around, the header free, but always going wide. Francisco Calvo, who has scored 16 times from his defensive position for the national team, found himself in a good spot, but a little far away to really make any kind of damage. Finalizing the path for Haiti. After back-to-back draws, they took out Nicaragua 3-0, only to have that be repaid by Honduras in their next match, 3-0. So that's where we sit right now. Here this evening, scoreless through the first 11 minutes of play in Group C of the World Cup qualifiers in Concacaf. Michael Watrang with you here this evening as Haiti and Costa Rica collide tonight. Oh, it's a nice turn. Plenty of space as well. Bellegarde loses it. Bellegarde recovers. Bellegarde hooks. How distance shot. And now off of the counterattack, Martinez chases. Martinez hunts. His defender nearly slipped. Martinez now settles it back for Borges. Flips it out wide. It is Quiros. His pass gets intercepted. And now Haiti start to reverse course. Jean lobs it high and over the top for Casimir. Bounces it off of the body of Gamboa. And a throw in for Haiti. Well, looking at other matches in this group, and good news if you are these two teams. Nicaragua has scored against Honduras. 12th minute goal in that one. Hernandez has scored for Nicaragua. So the group leaders are down 1-0. And as it sits with all the results in total, 2 points separate Honduras and third place Haiti. Back up top and across. Navas waits and allows Quiros to defend. Gets the ball out of trouble initially, and the second ball cleared out towards midfield. Well, these results can change on a second-by-second basis. And Nicaragua, who has been outscored by 8 goals entering the night, has taken the advantage. Delcroix unable to latch on to the additional pass. Kenneth Vargas rolls it back. Costa Rica trying to find that rhythm right now in this ball game. Pierre flies it over the top. Pass gets knocked around before it's recovered by Alcocer. And he has the ball dispossessed there by Arcus. Calvo thought about going fast, instead elects to slow it down. 3 members of this Costa Rican side have at least 100 caps for the national team. Nobody with more than Placide's 74 for Haiti. Alcocer, 21 years of age. He is the youngest man on the field to start the night for both teams. Watson. Providence does well defensively. Well, perhaps one of these two teams could slide to the top of the table. Costa Rica closes at home against Honduras. Haiti at home against Nicaragua. Both teams will have home matches to wrap things up in World Cup qualifying. And the final night will be a blast to watch on Tuesday. Hope you can join us for those matches. 16 minutes into this great affair between two teams that played a classic 2 months ago. That ball given away, however, this time around, and Haiti will elect to recycle and settle things down. Casimir dodges the first 2 men. And still tucking it in is Pierre. The pressure from Costa Rica, though, forces the outlet across the field. Excellent pass, and here comes the build now for Haiti. And ultimately meets an end. Murillo takes it over. You just can imagine the weight that is sitting on both of these teams at this point in time, understanding what could possibly be at stake here tonight. Up and over the top. That one bounces down, gets knocked away. And ultimately rolls out wide. Quiros circles. Quiros crosses. Two men are there to defend. It gets brought down this time around by Calvo. And then back down the field. Well, very much similar fields to the first time around. Costa Rica peppered shots in the opening 25 minutes of that game. And today it's the home team that is starting the game off strong, looking for their goal scoring chances. Lacroix, the Colorado Springs switchback man, loses possession, and now up and over the top once more, looking for Martinez, but taken away by Ade. 53rd career cap tonight for the 35-year-old. Lacroix plays for Burnley. Rolls this one. Lacroix unable to keep it in. A throw in now for Costa Rica. And here was this great chance from Bellegarde. 12th minute, takes it away, hits it first time. Navas does very well there. Probably needed another foot up to try to be able to sneak that one over the outstretched arm of Keylor Navas. Currently with Pumas, of course, all his time in Europe. 38 years of age. He has been a man that has been a key cog to this team getting to the World Cup the last 3 times. Arcus circles. Arcus floats it around. Providence was making the chase in at the last second. He appeals for a foul and will not get one. Look at Arcus on that right-hand side, getting space. And look at this late arriving run, splitting defenders. Just couldn't get the foot in there in the last second from Ruben Providence. Nevertheless, strong efforts from this Haitian group in the attack. And you look at the history of Haiti, a team that qualified for the 1974 World Cup. They were in West Germany. They finished last in Group 4, and what a group that was. Poland, who finished 3rd in that year's World Cup. Argentina and Italy were the other teams in their group. And in the 100th season as a federation, this shot attempt whistles wide. Casimir steals. Casimir can't put it on target. Well, you can just see what's happening right now. The pressure of Haiti is leading to these giveaways. And it looked like maybe Casimir was going to be able to open his Haitian account. Just his 3rd cap. He and Delcroix are the 2 least experienced international players in the entirety of the game, including those on the bench. 2 caps and 1 cap, respectively. Good header here. Chasing onto this one, Kenneth Vargas bends it around. Nudged to the surface by Ade. Back up top, Quiros belts off of a defender. Borges gets it back. Vargas. Vargas cuts an angle, chips it off of Lacroix. Corner kick coming up for Costa Rica, their first of the night. Corner kick here for Celso Borges. Plays for Alajuelense. A team that has won back-to-back Central American Cup championships. Borges used to this pressure. Borges whips it in, and yet again, the only man there is Ade. Been a one-man racing crew defensively for Haiti. Casimir chases to this one, cuts it back against Gamboa. Now Casimir plays to the middle of the field and rolls it right into the path of Lacroix. Costa Rica stingy defensively, trying to close these gaps. Haiti finding some success in the attack. And it's given away. Borges steals. Martinez surges. Martinez lays it off. Vargas tries to nudge it back. Can't do so, and Ade recovers. Pretty good start to this one here tonight. These two sides in a meaningful clash here. Martinez provides the pressure, but it goes back to Placide. Six shots already for Haiti, 3 for Costa Rica. Both keepers have made saves so far in this game. This ball rolls back. Ade captures. Placide pummels to midfield. Providence loops over the top. Excellent touch from Bellegarde. Has an angle on this side. Watson out to defend. Bellegarde hustles to the touchline. Watson shields. And Watson draws the contact and a foul. Kendall Watson's 77th career appearance tonight. 37-year-old, currently playing for Deportivo Saprissa. Watson has been around the block in his time. He's played with FC Cincinnati and MLS. Deportivo Saprissa a bunch. And you take a look at how the group is playing out at this moment. Honduras 8 points, Costa Rica 7, Haiti 6, Nicaragua with 4, thanks to their 1-0 advantage against Honduras at this point. Well, either side scored before halftime. It was 2-0 Costa Rica when these two teams played 2 months ago at the break. Much different game this time around. Haiti only mustered 1 shot in the first half of the first meeting. Jean walks it across midfield, looks for his choices before settling back. Providence. Pierre. They go around the wheel this time around. Ade. High arcing ball along this left-hand side. Taken away for the moment. Vargas with 2 defenders nearby. Borges. Well defended. Still scoreless between Panama and Guatemala in Group A. Every team will have 5 matches under their belts after this evening. And then 5 days from now, everything will be decided for 3 teams to join the United States, Mexico, and Canada in the 2026 FIFA World Cup played in North America. Quiros, 16th cap of his career tonight, throws it in. Vargas over to the left-hand side. Calvo had just a piece. Arcus gives it back for Casimir, but he rolls out. Well, the way that Haiti has played, they've either scored or allowed 3 goals in 3 straight matches, or both has happened in 1, including the first time these teams played. Meanwhile, for Costa Rica, it's been boom or bust. Scoreless draw, 1-1 draw, or they've scored 3 or 4 in their other matches. So you have 2 teams that have shown a wide array of occurrences, and that's what's happening so far here tonight after good goal-scoring efforts in the last windows. Playing to a scoreless draw so far here tonight. That ball rolls out of play. We get a whistle as well for a throw. And you're looking up and down the rosters of these 2 sides, and there is some potency on the benches. Mentioned Duckins Nazone for Haiti. Of course, you have Joel Campbell on the bench available tonight for Costa Rica as well, among other choices. So both sides can really do some damage with their reserves this evening. And those reserves may play a key role here tonight as we close in on the half-hour mark of a scoreless game. A spot atop the group on the line for a winner tonight, perhaps. Arcus is called for the handball. Miguel Herrera looking for an explanation. Satisfied with what he hears. Always dressed to the nines. And the fans starting to bring a little more atmosphere into the park tonight. Ade punches that ball out. Throw in comes, promptly taken away. I'll tell you something. When you watch these groups play, you are seeing the gap narrow. On a consistent basis, you're seeing a Haiti team that at times have drifted, but they are in one of their strong runs of form here of late. A turnover. Quiros can't get it around the edge against Bellegarde. Plays for Wolverhampton. Quiros plays for Herediano in Costa Rica. Last touch by Quiros, so a Haiti throw. Will one of these 2 teams be able to get a goal before halftime? Ball just does go out of play, so the foul will be whistled after Perrault plays in Athens, draws the contact right along this left-hand side. That's Kendall Watson again, providing the resistance. It is fascinating looking at the starting 11s here tonight. Haiti have players all the way around the world. That ball dummies across. It is Providence bending it around and out. From the United States to Europe and everywhere in between. Meanwhile, for Costa Rica, a bunch of players play in Costa Rica. You have teammates Borges and Gambon with Alajuelense. Herediano have 3 starters tonight. Vargas, Murillo, and Quiros all play for Herediano. And then Watson plays for Deportivo Saprissa. And you have the U.S. and Mexico and MLS and Liga MX also represented in the starting 11 here tonight. This ball nudged back, tipped forward. Placide, rather than step on top of it, pounds the ball down the field. Helgart is fouled. And Juan Pablo Vargas is the guilty party, and he's going to have a quick conversation with Joseph Dickerson. Well, Joe Dickerson has been an MLS referee since 2017. He's been an international official since 2023. He is fluent in Spanish, so part of the reason why he draws the assignment tonight. The ball gets cradled out. Dickerson has officiated the Gold Cup, the U20 World Cup, and had other assignments in his time, so no stranger to a big stage, no stranger to some of the world's best. 10 minutes to go before halftime. Axel Quiros sets everybody up. And he just decides to go short, and that ends up being frustrating. You can see Miguel Herrera's pure annoyance here along the sideline. You talk about a man that you never have to guess where his emotions are, both good and bad. But it's a big reason why he's had success at a lot of the stops that he's been in. Scoreless so far here tonight. The 57-year-old native of Mexico has had pit stops throughout Mexico. Not just with the national team, but also with Tijuana, Tigres, Club America, and others during his time. Led Mexico to the round of 16 back in the World Cup in 2014 during the Brazil time. And then won the Concacaf Gold Cup in 2015, 3-1 against Jamaica, before returning to Tijuana in late November. Navas comes out and smothers. And then Herrera earned the appointment in January of this year. Just 7 days into the new year, Herrera employs this 5-3-2 formation along the philosophy of Ricardo Lavolpe. Won a World Cup as a goalkeeper with Argentina in his time. And under Herrera so far this season, Just one loss for Costa Rica. 7 wins, 5 draws, and just the one loss for the year in his time. We're scoreless so far here tonight, however, in a Group C tussle that sees the shot still hovering at the same spot, 6-3 in favor of Haiti. And two teams that are well acquainted and are willing to get up and down the field so far have been stymied by each other. Gamboa over the top. Kenneth Vargas has it. Splits the first set of defenders. Goes down. No whistle. Joe Dickerson standing right there, and it's well defended by Hannes Delcroix. And now Haiti try to take advantage. Pierre sprints into the front half of the pitch. Providence guides it back. Lacroix over to the left-hand side. Pierre charges to his right. Pierre glides it up top. Gets the return feed. Pierre resets. Nice ball. Contact, but no foul. Taken over by Alcacer. Martinez holds the ball up. Haiti back to defend. Fans a little impatient now, wanting to see their team be a little more aggressive, but this ball is bobbled and given away. Delcroix gets back to it and then draws the contact and the foul against Aaron Murillo. Just his 3rd cap tonight for the Costa Rican national team. He initially got the ball, but after that couldn't get any more. Lacroix rolls this ball flawlessly for Providence. He cuts it back, knocked down and pushed forward for Borges. Quiros. 40 minutes in the books. We are still scoreless in this critical matchup in Group C. Somebody can usurp Honduras with a win here tonight. For the group lead with 1 match to go in World Cup qualifying, and the group stage winner getting a bid to the 2026 World Cup. Concacaf could have as many as 8 teams into the World Cup. Of course, they will have 6 for sure, and the other 2 will come down to the FIFA playoff tournament. The 2 best runners-up will qualify for that. And then the determination will be who do they play at that point. That can be a part of any confederation to be a part of that playoff tournament. From around the world, it could be anybody. Scoreless so far here tonight, though. Haiti haven't been to a World Cup in 50 years. Costa Rica has been to 3 consecutive World Cups. Up and over the top. It gets nudged out. Picked up, though, by Vargas. Vargas respins. Calvo guides it to the left-hand side. Watson gives it back. It is Alcacer. Calvo back to it. Gamboa. There's just not a lot of space over there. Haiti captures and now charges. Casimir floats it over the top. Pierrot racks it down. Casimir lays it backwards. And now Haiti recycle this thing. Well, the first half when these two teams played 2 months ago, it was 2-0 Costa Rica at halftime, but all the action happened after halftime. With 4 goals after the break, including 3 from Haiti, and a 91st minute equalizer from Costa Rica. We'll gladly take something just as theatrical here tonight. Delcroix. Slicing ball, headed aside. Right back to, however, Lacroix slides it away. Casimir holds and resets. Pierre. Tight window passing along this left-hand side. Casimir floats it in. Providence across! Redirected home by Pirot! Haiti have the opener and are now atop of Group C. The 33rd goal for Haiti in his career. Frensdy Pirot makes it 1-0 Haiti. Oh, it's so good. Starts with Casimir. Providence. It rolls it right into the path of Pirot. What a finish. Just perfectly redirected. If he puts that in the middle, Navas saves, but flawlessly slots it home to the right. Haiti have scored the opening goal. Just their 3rd first half goal in World Cup qualifying this year. And Los Ticos now find themselves behind. And as we update things, Honduras and Haiti are tied atop of the group. Honduras would have the inside track, though, based off of goal differential. +4 to Haiti's +1. And Haiti would have to play Nicaragua at home. And Costa Rica would have to take on Honduras at home. And perhaps Haiti would want something else. Just 1 more minute to go in the first half of this matchup. All signs looking good for Haiti tonight, with Honduras trailing Nicaragua 1-0. Losing it on halftime of that matchup. They also are in first half stoppage time. Costa Rica were shut out when they went to Honduras. They only scored once in Nicaragua. Their goal scoring happens at home. 7 goals at home, 1 on the road during this round of World Cup qualifiers. And Miguel Herrera will have questions to answer out of his group at halftime to try to find an attacking presence. Quick turn here. Calvo gets past the first 2. Can't get past the 3rd because he's fouled. Jean-Jacques is the man that is called for the foul. The Philadelphia Union man sees the infraction happen just outside of the 18-yard box. And perhaps a late chance here for Costa Rica. Celso Borges has had so many of these in his career. The 37-year-old the oldest field player tonight. Borges blasts it right into the waiting hands of Placide as the first half whistle blows. And how about it? Haiti have the advantage at halftime and are 45 minutes away from perhaps controlling their own destiny to get to a World Cup for just the second time in the nation's history. But that man in Costa Rica will have plenty to say. We're at halftime here in Curacao. It is Haiti 1 and Costa Rica 0. Step out for a break. Halftime report comes your way when we come back. Group C action in Concacaf World Cup qualifiers in a rematch of a thriller from September that finished 3-3. Costa Rica this time travels as the road team against Haiti and Curacao. And Haiti has been excellent here tonight. And it's been this man, Pierrot, that has really set the stage time and time again. Casimir has been in the mix as well. The two strikers for this group will feature heavily as we go through these highlights. But 6 minutes in, an early warning shot. And then in the 10th minute, Martinez finding a little bit of space here after a nice little pass in. Martinez looked like he had a chance to make it 1-0. Instead, Placide with a terrific save with the left hand. spikes that ball to the side. And then more chances. This came in the 12th minute. It looked like Costa Rica had it covered, but 2 touches. Bellegarde bashes Navas, dives to his right and wands it aside. Magical moment there from Navas time and time again to keep it scoreless through the opening 12 minutes of play. Haiti, though, continuing to surge, continuing to find their positioning in the attack. Once again, it comes off of a giveaway. This time it's Casimir whipping it wide. Trying to thread that needle through the defense and into the corner pocket. Instead, couldn't put it on frame. More Haiti closing out this first half with more strong chances. This is Arcus making the run in with a pass just out of the reach, and Navas comes in to rescue the ball after the initial cross came in from Casimir, who has played so well, not just on the right, but also on the left, as you'll see here in just a moment. And it comes right along this left-hand side. There is Casimir on the left. He starts this transaction. Providence stays onside. Excellent pass. Pirot redirects it in, and it is a 1-0 Haiti lead. That was right at the end of the first half. 44th minute. Haiti scores first, and they take the advantage against Costa Rica in this World Cup qualifier. Just before the break, Casimir, Providence, Pirot, the 3-headed attacking monster, puts Haiti's hopes at a World Cup appearance into focus with 3 halves of football to go in World Cup qualifying. Haiti has moved into a tie for the group lead as we sit here through 45 minutes in tonight's match. We take a look at the stats first and foremost. Costa Rica, 4 shots, only 2 on target in that first half. 7 shots, 2 on target for Haiti. This is almost identical to the first half of the first match in September when the home team dominated and the away team didn't quite have their opportunities. But through 45 minutes, it is Haiti 1, it is Costa Rica 0. And as we sit here tonight, Haiti have moved into a tie for the group stage advantage with Honduras. But still 45 more minutes to go here in Curacao. We'll step out for a break. Second half is right around the corner. 45 minutes down, 45 minutes to go here in Curacao here this evening. And what a matchup we have, and the plot thickening as we go throughout the night. Everything is in play. I'm taking a look at all of the groups. Group A, Suriname and Panama, 9 points apiece. And who plays to wrap up that one? Panama hosts El Salvador. Suriname goes to Guatemala. Group B, Curacao 11 points, Jamaica 10 points. They go head-to-head in their finale. And then here in Group C, Haiti have just joined Honduras atop of the group. So every group is tight. It does not get any better than this. And after this evening, we'll be down to the final match of the group, and 3 teams will be elated to join the party in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Costa Rica has been there 3 consecutive trips. Meanwhile, Haiti have not been there. You have to go back to 1974. And now we find out how this one comes to pass here this evening. Costa Rica makes 1 change. Manfred Ugalde comes in. Kenneth Vargas comes out. And the second half is underway here in Curacao this evening. So great to have you with us. Michael Watchering and the rest of our team with you here this evening, watching all the festivities here in World Cup qualifiers of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. This ball rolls to the middle, gets knocked back, and Placide clears it out. So they bring in Ugalde into this matchup. That's the only change from halftime between these two sides. So we're going to find out what kind of impact and influence that might be. Bringing the 23-year-old in Ugalde, 11 goals, plays in Moscow. You can see Miguel Herrera trying to get something flowing in the attack. He scored in the first half twice at Nicaragua. Otherwise, during this batch of qualifying, they hadn't scored in the first half until tonight. We're going to find out how these two teams play in half number 2. Haiti is a team that likes to go for it. They like to be aggressive in the attack. Time and time again, they will do just that. Bodies collide. And ultimately, let's see who this is on. It's going to be a foul against Haiti, and it's going to be a yellow card as well. Our first one tonight. It's going to be against the Philadelphia Union star, Danley Jean-Jacques. He's the first man carded here this evening, and it's less than 2 minutes in, and you could see our center referee pointing out that it had been multiple infractions against Jean-Jacques. So a free kick here for Costa Rica. Borges lines it up. Borges floats it across. It hangs in the air. Costa Rica were waiting for the second. It never fell to the ground for any of them. Instead, it's Murillo cutting the corner. Murillo lofts it towards the top of the 18. Watson guides it along. Calvo catches. Calvo rushes it across, appeals for a redirect, does not get it. So instead of a corner, it is a goal kick. See it again here. Calvo does well there to bring it down. He scored 16 times for the national team in his time. Tonight's cap number 114 for him. When you talk about what Costa Rica have done here in recent memory, you're looking at men that are among the most capped in the history of the country, and Calvo's in the top 10 of that. That's where we sit at the moment in the group. Honduras, Haiti, 1-2. Goal differential, the only thing propelling Honduras up and over the top. So if you're Haiti, you're starting to think a little bit about that. Obviously, you want to take the points. Maybe against Nicaragua, you can add to that. Maybe Costa Rica can do you a favor. But a lot of things at play, and because of goal differential being a tiebreak, you can't just sit on a 1-0 advantage and expect to advance. You have to worry about what happens in the goal differential category. Calvo resets. One of the dozen men that have reached triple digits in terms of appearances. This is a surge. This is a rolling ball in. And the redirect there from a late arriving run from Ugalde is touched wide by Placide. No instant impact from the bench. And it's this little surge here from Martinez tucking it back, and Ugalde nearly tied things up. Instead, corner kick. Borges sets it up. Borges floats it across. Placide flies through the air and snatches. Well, we knew that this match would have entertainment value across the board, and that has very much been the case here this evening. So fun to watch these two teams go at it here tonight. And if we can get any kind of rematch to what happened in the second half the first time these teams played, we're in for a classic. Dawkins Nazone came off the bench, scored 3 times. Twice in a 3-minute stretch. The other one came 30 minutes after that to give Haiti the lead. And then Ugalde set up Vargas to tie the score at 3, and that's how we left San Jose, Costa Rica. Pierre detonates that ball out of play. There's just a little bit of that nervous tension, I think, for both teams. I mean, it's always so fascinating watching these international qualifiers because you're together as a team for, I mean, about 10 days at the most. You come into camp, you promptly practice a few times, you play, you got a couple days, you play again, and then boom, you're back to your respective club teams. There's just not a lot of time to really spend together, and that was the point that I was making in the first half, where for this Costa Rican side, so many of these players play in Costa Rica that if they're not teammates, they see each other throughout the year. They at least can build that relationship even if they are foes within their club side. For Haiti, you have players coming in from all around the world that come in. Very few see each other on a consistent basis. And because of that, you come into this facility and you're trying to come out with just important moments, trying to build that camaraderie. Ugalde rolls it in. That is a fine defensive effort from Ade, who has been all over the place tonight. But the one thing that is universal, it does not matter what language you speak, it does not matter what country you hail from. You all understand the pride that comes into wearing the shirt of your nation. And when you have that, as offside flag is up here to nullify that chance from Costa Rica, when you add that pride in, that sense of national, you get these moments and these points in time where you can be heroic, where you can be a player that etches your name in the history of a country. Not just a club, not just an organization, not just a moment in time, but somebody that people will remember for ages and generations. Ugalde has it, flies it over the top. Martinez was waiting on it. Ade punches it, and it hits the paw that time around of Ugalde. So A whistle comes. I mean, look at Keylor Navas. What an incredible career that he has had. PSG, among others. Of course, he's a famous man. He's a man that has had so much success on the international stage for his clubs that he's played for, now playing with Pumas and Liga MX. And Pierre is going to pick up a yellow card. Another yellow coming, this one for Leverton Pierre. Real Madrid, of course, as well for Navas in his time. Well, I think what has separated him and what has put him on the map so many other times is not just the performances that he's put in with his club, albeit incredible performances that he's had. It's been his ability for the national team that has really solidified his positioning in the lexicon of football fans around the world.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, yellow card issued for player.
Even the most casual of fans know who he is and know what he has done. Know what he has done against some of the world's best teams, players, and countries. And at 38 years of age, it's not to say that it's impossible, but you would think that this might be his last chance to be the starter on a World Cup team. I mean, 42 years of age, sure, it's been done before. It's not far-fetched, and for a player that's still playing at a very high level, it could happen. But you would think that at 38 years of age, and with the players around him, like Celso Borges right there at 37, that this might be the last go-around for some of the players on this Costa Rican side to try to make a World Cup and to try to make it 4 in a row for this country to get to World Cup stages. This is a country that didn't qualify for a World Cup until 1990. That year they went to the round of 16, then missed the next two. And since that point, they've been a stalwart. Since 2002, the only one that they did not qualify for was in 2010. And then they returned with a vengeance in 2014, reaching the quarterfinal of the World Cup in 2014. That was in Brazil. They ended up winning Group D that year. They beat Uruguay in game 1. And then, of course, Joel Campbell starting the festivities in a comeback after Edison Cavani scored in the 24th minute. And we go on to beat Italy, draw against England, and then that dazzling effort against Greece, including penalty kick victory. And then they nearly upset the Netherlands in the quarterfinal. That was 0-0 in full time. And then 4-3, a setback in penalties. Providence crosses, Watson erases. Pierre, Jean-Jacques, Casimir was looking out wide for Arcus. Calvo intercepts, stumbles as he sweeps it out. Back to it is Pierre. Pierre is in, rolls it across. Arcus touches it, and it just misses Pierrot. A late arriving run from Providence, but now the flag is up. Offside. Well, these teams have played to 3 consecutive draws. The last time Costa Rica won was in a World Cup qualifier back in 2016. That was 1-0. The last time Haiti won was in the Gold Cup group stage in 2019. That was a 2-1 win for the Haitian side. Will there be a winner here tonight? Trying to change that is Alcacer. He loses it. Haiti comes out of the pack with it. And we're getting another change standing by the official. It's Carlos Mora waiting to come in. Ugalde was the halftime change. Borges. Calvo rattles it around the defense. Ultimately gives it away. Casimir respins. Arcus can't get it up. It's taken away. Alcacer is fouled. And that sets up a free kick here for Costa Rica. And it looks like Joel Campbell is coming in as well. So Quiros is coming out, as is Murillo. And Carlos Mora, 24-year-old. And the legendary Joel Campbell coming in as well.
Costa Rica.
Campbell, 27 goals. He's closing in on 150 career appearances for the national team. And now Casimir is down. What a performance it has been by him tonight. He has been a consistent piece of the pie. Hosu, Casimir. Currently plays in France's top flight with Auxerre. They're at the bottom of the table right now in League One. But nevertheless, he has made his presence felt here this evening. Haiti have not made a change so far tonight, nor have they needed to. Keeping our eyes peeled on the other group stage match. Nothing has changed there, and it looks like Casimir has played his last moments of this game. But in his third career appearance with the nation, pretty good performance here this evening. He gives way to Don Lucius. Thanks for FC Dallas. And that leads to this free kick. Borges floats it in. Calvo heads. Can't put it on target. Ultimately, it rolls out. Long throw coming here. Alcacer lining it up. Flies it into the 18. It is headed out. Back out wide, however. Alcacer arcs it in. Watson heads it down. Off of the bobble, it's sent away. Costa Rica are getting their opportunities now. Trying to ensure that they have the right pieces written in. Things have already tightened up in every group. Group C squeezing it in here as well. One more match day to go after tonight. Campbell crushes it in, and too much on that one, and Pierrot takes no chances. Just heads it aside. The man with the goal tonight scored in the 44th minute for Haiti. And that senses the difference in this one as Haiti has joined the top of the group with Honduras. Corner kick in. A one-man machine tonight has been Ade. Another corner is given here as Alcacer wins it back for Costa Rica. Joel Campbell heads to the sideline. Campbell connects, low lining ball in. Can't feed it around those blue jerseys of Haiti. And now they come out on the break before it's sent right back in. Calvo staying onside, brings it down, cycles it in. Ugalde punches at it. Ade clears. Every passing moment more and more valuable here. Costa Rica have mustered 3 of the 4 shots in the second half, but only one of those 3 have been on target. Ugalde gets held up, taken down. Bellegarde commits the foul. And our center referee issues that one warning there. Already Jean-Jacques and Pierre have picked up yellow cards in the second half. Borges prepares, the all-time leader in caps for Costa Rica. Borges belts it in. Placide. That is a strong challenge there, and he does very well to get his hands on it. The foul is whistled, nothing more in the end. I think there was even a foul from Gamboa before the contact even happened with Placide. I'm looking at the stats between Nicaragua and Honduras right now. Each team have 10 shots. So Nicaragua having a very fine performance in that one. Hernandez's goal in the 12th minute continues to hold up. And Nicaragua doing Haiti and Costa Rica a favor here this evening against Honduras. Well, there's a lot to unpack, perhaps, if this score stays put. But plenty of time for things to change. "25 minutes plus stoppage time remains. Haiti leads 1-0. Franzidi Perrault scored in the 44th minute, and that has Haiti out in front 1-0. Quick burst along that right-hand side. Up top, Martinez looking for space, dodges that first defender, gives it away for a moment, recovers. Martinez splits, appeals for a foul. Our center referee standing right there. Didn't look like much in real time. Of course, we do have VAR tonight. They'll take a quick glance, but it looked clean in the end. See if the zoomed in version feels the same. It looked like a clean touch there from Jean-Jacques. Two Eastern Conference opponents in MLS. The Philadelphia Union man and the NYC Star. In the end, however, no requirements of any additional looks. Nothing Haiti. Pierrot's goal still standing up. Both coaches debating their choices along the sidelines here tonight. Who will make an impact the rest of the way? Ten nations have qualified in the history of Concacaf for a World Cup. Half of those teams have earned victories in the time. Concacaf have had at least one team at all 22 World Cups, multiple teams in 14 of 22. And the record of 4 teams that happened 3 times in the last 4 World Cups will be passed this year in 2026 with 6 at the very minimum. Could be as many as 8. It's going to be a foul whistled here. Bellegarde was in the middle of that. The best finish in the history of a CONCACAF team still is the first ever appearance for the United States back in 1930. 3rd place finish that year. And it's back on American and Mexican soil. Mexico hosted in 1970 and 1986. course, 1970 was Brazil winning. Pelé scoring in the final against Italy. Gerd Mueller won the Golden Boot that year, though, for Germany. And the U.S. hosted it in 1994. Brazil also winning that one, their fourth title, that time in penalties against Italy. The U.S. and Mexico both getting out of the group. The U.S. advancing as the third-ranked, third-place team. They lost to Brazil in the round of 16. 1-0. Bebeto scored in the 72nd. Mexico winning the group. They would lose in penalties to Bulgaria in the round of 16. Bulgaria reaching the semifinal of that year's tournament. What will 2026 look like? Will one of these two teams be there, or will they both end up there? Good pass here. Alcacer is it. Alcacer's cross right into the feet of Ricardo Ade, who has been so sturdy here tonight. I don't know who's had the best evening across the board. Of course, you could say Piero with a goal, but the 35-year-old who plays in Ecuador for Quito has started 23 matches there, played 2,100 minutes. Boy, has he been good tonight, Ricardo Ade. There's another whistle of a foul. It really hasn't been as frenetic as the first time these teams played. Haiti holding on to this goal advantage. Alcacer is the man that is down, maybe dealing with a little bit of cramping at this point. I think another thing that happens this time of the year, depending on where you play your club football, and for Alcacer, he plays in Belgium with Westerlo in the first division. I'm talking about very interesting climate changes. Orlando Gallo and Alvaro Zamora are both coming in.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Substitution.
Gamboa is done,
On the field.
as is Alcacer. So Gamboa being a defender, that means that they're bringing in a midfielder and a forward to replace that duo. So it looks like maybe Costa Rica going to more of a four-back now. A little bit out of their system as they try to go a little bit more attacking, and it might even become a three-back if they can be aggressive enough, trying to pull one back here. Ball lifted over the top. That ball spikes down. If you're looking at goal differential, Costa Rica is in a slightly better position. They still have a +2 goal differential at this point. Honduras gave up their first goal of the tournament against Nicaragua, but they've only scored 5 times. So if Costa Rica can come back and get a goal, they'd be right in a position to try to take out Honduras, but they also would control their own path if they could beat Honduras. Pending the result of this one, of course. As it sits, Honduras 1, Haiti 2, Costa Rica 3. And Nicaragua's chance of getting to a playoff would be done and dusted if this one holds. Honduras came in with a chance to clinch a spot in the World Cup with a win and a draw in this matchup. Honduras have been to the World Cup 3 times in its history. Piero punches at it, leaves the ball behind, however. Calvo. Well, the one thing that this goal differential has done And it has nullified the necessity of Duckens DAZN's appearance so far. But just as I say that, he is standing by the fourth official. The 31-year-old who has scored 40 times in 69 career appearances is coming in. Had a hat trick in the second half the first time these teams met 2 months ago. And he replaces the goal scorer this evening, Franzi Piro.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen, substitution for Haiti. Nazon on field. The substitution of Piro.
And here is that moment that gave Haiti the advantage in the 44th minute. Excellent passing. Casimir, Providence, Piro. And with just about a quarter hour to go in this game, one of the most dangerous forwards in all of Concacaf is on the field. I'll say this much. These two teams would be a delight to have in the World Cup. Haiti would be so much fun to see in a World Cup. And Costa Rica have proven that they can be one of the darlings of the tournament year in and year out. Will either get there? Will both get there? Seconds are dripping away. A quarter hour remains in this one. Haiti 1, Costa Rica 0. Haiti have only beaten Costa Rica twice in its history. In 16 prior matches rather. Bellegarde had it for a moment, couldn't quite turn the edge. Well, the chess pieces on the board now. Costa Rica trying to be a little bit more attacking, a little bit more aggressive. That leads to a couple empty spaces, you would think, for Duckens DAZN. Calvo lifts it up and over the top. It's brought in this time by Zamora. Borges bounces it back. Calvo. Zamora. Zamora hammers it across. Campbell was making the run. Instead, it misses him. And now here goes DAZN. DAZN charges. A crowd favorite. Patient this time around. Haiti doing just that. A second goal for Haiti tonight would go a long way at World Cup qualification. Hosting Nicaragua in their final match. Good ball here. Borges tries to tuck it through the middle. Zamora was the closest target. Calvo readies the throw. Gallo. Nicaragua still leading Honduras 1-0. That match has 12 minutes to go. It's a minute faster than our match as it sits. Los Ticos trail by a goal to none here in the 78th minute. Here's Borges. Borges gets shoved off of the ball. Lucius does the defending. Zamora. Zamora flies it across. One man could have gotten to that ball in a white kit. Instead, it's back out, looking for a little bit of space. On that right-hand side is Carlos Mora. Mora tries to make a split. Everyone appeals for a foul on a Costa Rican side. Haiti come out of the pack with it. The zone has it in midfield. I think that might have hit the official, so that forces the whistle to come. Brought in here. Zamora goes down, and it's a foul against Costa Rica. And it's going to be Zamora picking up a yellow card. Let's see it again. I think he just lost his footing there in the end. And you can see his appeals for a penalty, but ultimately, I think that he just lost his footing more than anything else. And you can see him looking down at the ground, trying to see exactly where he could have planted to keep his balance. Instead, Carlin's Arcus is fouled. Well, really in the second half, there hasn't been a lot of great goal-scoring chances for either side. I mean, there's been some shots here and there. There's been a couple opportunities scattered around, but ultimately, it has been a pretty steady performance for these two sides. And 10 minutes to go plus stoppage time. How will this one play out this evening? Will Haiti capture another win on its path for its first World Cup appearance in 50 years? Borges threads the needle here. Galde stops, gives it back to the captain. Calvo. Zamora. Passing a little more crisp this time around. Two subs are waiting by the fourth official for Haiti. Late reinforcements and fresh legs here to try to see this one through. Good ball late into the path. Carlos Mora, though, out of his reach. And the subs will come here. Leverton Pierre is coming out. Of course, he had a yellow card. And Arcus is also coming out. So, Stefan Lembese and Christopher Atais are both coming in.
For your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen, substitution for Team Haiti. In the game, Atis and Lambris. Atis in the game. And Stefan Lambris.
So those two changes for Haiti. 4 overall this evening. Costa Rica have made 5 changes. Juan Pablo Vargas resets here. He had the equalizer in the 91st minute on the first leg of World Cup qualifying Group C. How about this? Nicaragua have added a second. Moreno just scored in the 82nd minute, and that knocks Honduras' goal differential down to +3. So a second goal from Haiti here tonight, and now goal differential becomes even closer. Currently +3 for Honduras, +1 for Haiti. The two teams that lead the group with 8 points apiece, with one more match day to go after tonight. And it comes your way Tuesday. Will there be any late drama here this evening? Costa Rica looking for answers. Alonso Martinez has been nullified for the most part this evening. He's one of Major League Soccer's best goal scorers. We haven't seen Duckins Nazone make an impact yet either here in this second half. This ball rolls in, rolled over to the left-hand side before it's taken away. Lucius laces Navas. He is so sure-handed. He was in a great spot to catch that ball and now tries to ignite a Costa Rican attack. That ball went out. There's the group as it sits. Everything is tight. Everything is in play as well. Costa Rica would need help from Nicaragua against Haiti on the final match day. Albeit a draw there, a win, goal differential. Costa Rica still has a path to win it, and things are very interesting here. Ugalde brings it in. Ugalde blast. Placide paws over the top. Costa Rica on the verge of an equalizer, and the 37-year-old captain for Haiti, Johnny Placide, denies a chance to tie it up. Put a circle around that moment. Ugalde nearly tied it. Now it's a corner. Placide catches. 86 minutes down, 4 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Franz D. Perot scoring in the 44th minute is still the difference. Here's Providence. He set up Perot on that goal in the first half that is held up to this point. Before Haiti beat Nicaragua, Haiti had not won a match since June. This will be a foul on Costa Rica. Haiti lost in the Gold Cup 1-0 to Saudi Arabia. Otherwise, for the most part, a lot of their matches see buckets of goals. Haiti have not won a match 1-0. Since World Cup qualifying back in June of 2021. Now is Derek Etienne scoring the lone goal that night against Nicaragua in the 63rd minute. That is the last time they won a match 1-0. For a team that has plenty of wins in that time. but more often than not, it requires them scoring several goals to walk away victors. Here have been the chances from Ugalde here this evening in the second half, opportunities created by Costa Rica, but Johnny Placide has been all over the park tonight, and his best effort was this one right here. Came out to cut down the angle and made a sturdy stop. Johnny Placide. All these fouls racking up here for Costa Rica, just taking precious moments off of the clock. Placide plays in France's second division. Has 3 clean sheets so far through 10 matches. The man that's bounced around a little bit at times, but so far so good this evening into the 90th minutes. Borges bops it over the top. Ade might be the man of the match. Looking at some of the live player grades, Placide has the highest grade. Ade is close by. And here is Placide coming out, making another excellent play. The Haiti faithful believing now that this is the team that can qualify for a World Cup. Six more minutes, though. Ample time remains. Costa Rica lead 10-9 shots, 4-3 shots on target. This is a delightful pass, the right idea that time around. Lucius unable to get there. Navas comes out. Costa Rica just looking for any kind of responses. Really haven't heard much from some of the subs here in the second half, including Joel Campbell, who was targeted with that ball, but up to intercept and carry this ball forward. Lacroix had it for a moment. Now back to get it. Lambis. Calvo to the middle. Ugalde sets it up. Gallo lines it up. Flies it in. Headed back by Martinez. It bounces a couple times. Ugalde spikes. Delcroix knocks it away. Not done yet. Campbell around the wheel it goes. Flipping ball, right-hand side, headed across. Placide is there. Orlando Gallo thought about Martinez, instead puts it into the hands of the Haitian keeper. Can Haiti see this one all the way through? Can they manage the clock? Lacroix. Atis loses it. Zamora just out of the reach that time of Borges. Only as far as the right-hand side. In a stumble. Martinez waits. Ade clears. A third of the way through stoppage time. An eternity for Haiti. A blink for Costa Rica. Calvo prepares the throw. Plenty of space here as Calvo lines it up. Calvo hooks it in. One head, two head. It comes down. Ugalde is denied by Placide. He makes another stop tonight to preserve the advantage. Oh, that's magical from Placide. Off of the cross on the corner, it's headed out and cleared away. Halfway through stoppage time in the second half. Perhaps the upper hand on a World Cup appearance on the line tonight. Martinez heads it down. Watson loses the race. Duckins Nazone finding a one-man battle, just trying to get in the picture of the ball. Calvo crosses, headed back through the middle. It bounces down. Nazone has it. Tries the cheeky pass this time for Jean-Jacques. Zamora lines it up. Here's Gallo. Floats it across. Bounces off of one head. Campbell picks it up for a throw. Calvo comes over to take it. 4 of 6 stoppage time minutes are done. Calvo arcs it in over Watson. Appeals for a handball. Calvo gets it. Calvo uses the right foot to ping it in. Off of the first head, it flies down. And how does that one stay out? Flag is up for offside. You can see where it's sitting on the outside of the netting. There it is. You see right there in the middle. Zamora just slightly offside. And a chance for Haiti to breathe. Alonso Martinez caught a stray right there. The zone is incredible. Martinez, likewise, 2 of the great strikers in the Federation on display tonight. Here was another look at that save. I don't know how Placide had the wherewithal to absorb and paddle aside. But much as we talked about Navas's final chance, perhaps, for a World Cup, you know that this is Placide's perhaps final chance as well. At age 37, in his 74th appearance for the nation. How much more time will be given to Costa Rica tonight? Back spinning ball in. It bounces down. Watson puts his head into it. Ugalde flies it off of a man. Cleared away by Lucius. Full-time whistle blows. Haiti are on the verge. Tied for the group lead. And now perhaps a chance at a World Cup for the second time in the nation's history. One more match to go. Elation from Haiti. And they are this close to getting back to the World Cup for the first time in 50 years. Nicaragua has beaten Honduras 2-0. So going into the final match day, Honduras and Haiti each with 8 points. Honduras have a +2 goal differential, and they travel to Costa Rica Tuesday night. Costa Rica has made 3 consecutive World Cup trips. They are on the ropes with 1 more night to go. And here in Curacao, Haiti fans celebrate, Haiti players celebrate. The veteran 30-year-old with his 33rd goal, Franz Di Piero, nets the game winner in the 44th. And it's 1-0 the full-time score here tonight. We'll step out for a break, and we'll tie a bow on our coverage. Full-time highlights and reaction here from Curacao comes your way in just a moment. As the night began here in Curacao, there were 2 matches to play. And Group C could be won tonight by Honduras. If Honduras beat Nicaragua, and this match between Haiti and Costa Rica finished as a draw. And it looked like it might be tight here tonight, but both teams made some clutch stops. This one early, defensively. Calvo getting the stop initially off of Pierrot, and Casimir rolling the second ball wide. And then Costa Rica began its surge. This from Martinez looks surefire, but Placide, one of his many stops this evening, a 37-year-old keeper who was so good all night long with just a dazzling performance tonight. And then looking around, Bellegarde, Navas at the other end, the veteran keeper who has made a living denying the world's best, stymies another. That keeps the game scoreless through 12 minutes of play. And then in the 21st minute, it's this steal from Casimir. Gets it away from the captain, Borges, and then the shot attempt misses just wide. And despite that, Haiti were firing warning shots at this group. This ball loops over the top. Arcus and company along that right-hand side for Haiti, making the run, but Navas comes out, gets the piece, knocks it down, keeps the ball away. More chances for Haiti, building into the attack, looping the ball in, out to cover Navas. He was solid for a long stretch, but this was great from Haiti. So many different men touched the ball in this sequence. Casimir, Providence, and the run from Pierrot right in front of Gamboa provides the opening and what would be the lone goal here tonight. Pierrot scores for the 33rd time in his 47th career appearance for Haiti, and it is a 1-0 advantage just before halftime for Haiti. How does Costa Rica respond? Starting the second half of play, they try to build into their attack. It's Calvo on this left-hand side, bringing the ball down. Pretty good look, but never put the ball on target. Placide had it covered the entire way. And in the end, Costa Rica just couldn't create enough chances. Martinez gets a bit of an angle here, tries to bend it back. It's a really good chance from Ugalde in the middle, but a really fine save this time around by Placide, and that puts an end to that little surge and keeps Costa Rica off the board. That came in the 86th minute, so a long time between their chances. And then in stoppage time, here was this opportunity seemingly building from Martinez, trying to find space. He appeals for a foul, does not get the whistle. Placide out to get it once more. Made so many good stops. Placide was alert, on point, and all over the place this evening. More chances from Costa Rica building as we go along this match. You can see all the time that they had in possession. Martinez flicks this on, Ugalde gets in. This might have been the save of the night by Placide, if not for a late sequence in this one. Ugalde blasts, and Pierrot scored at one end in a similar spot, getting close to the keeper. Ugalde cannot tonight as Placide makes the save, and that preserves a 1-0 victory. There are your stats. Costa Rica outshoots Haiti, but Haiti gets the goal. And how about this for World Cup qualification in Concacaf? Suriname and Panama are tied in Group A atop the table. Curacao and Jamaica, 1 point separate them. They play to wrap things up. And Honduras and Haiti are tied atop of the group. Here in Group C, Costa Rica still a chance to win it. Goal differential could be the impactful spot if they can beat Honduras, and if Haiti and Nicaragua play to at least a draw, if not Nicaragua beating Haiti. But all of those matches happen Tuesday night. World Cup spots on the line. Haiti wins it 1-0. One more night to go. Thanks so much for watching. Good night, everybody.
Ve por ella, ve a buscarla. Ve por ella, ve a buscarla.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final score, Haiti 1.